Today on Gamer's Couch,
Adrenaline!
Hello! Welcome to Gamer's Couch. Happy first Advent.
We are back.
We are back. And as a present for himself, hubby got the BGG Con bug. Meaning, if there's jump cuts in here more than usual, it's because he's coughing like crazy and I had to cut that out. We're really trying to make this video work.
I'm totally zenning, trying to not cough all the time.
Which is great. Also, first Advent, we're opening Daniel's Advent calendar today. Well, he does the first box, and you can join and see what lovely game he's gonna get. Also, well, we talk about adrenaline. Well, that's why we're here, I guess. We start off with general gameplay and show you a few moves around the board that we're gonna do unrehearsed. I'm gonna shoot him in the blood. Then we talk about what we liked or not liked about this game. And, well, we finish off with funny stories and experiences and opening the Advent calendar. So, sweetheart, do the lovely job of telling the folks what the game is all about. And I'm trying to sit here, look nice, and drink my Earl Grey tea, hot.
Okay.
With honey.
I will now take a shortcut and either explain this game to you in a single sentence or, well, explain it in more detail afterwards. Have you ever played Doom, Quake, Unreal Tournament, or something like Duke Nukem 3D?
Nope.
If you are not Sarah and not been living under the video game rock she's been apparently living under, you perfectly know what this game is now. It's a first-person shooter, and it's an arena-style first-person shooter that has you run around as different avatars, these little minis here, in different arenas. The board is kind of a little bit more modular, where you can, well, not entirely modular, but you can create a small, a medium size, or a big arena. And it plays pretty much like those olden times shooters, meaning you don't need to know a lot about this game. In fact, there's only 3 different things you can do on your turn, and you do 2 of them. You can do the same thing twice and, yeah, just shoot other people. Don't ask many questions. The game encourages you to maybe have a catchphrase, so rewatch Army of Darkness or any Evil Dead movie to get a good catchphrase again. Have the Duke Nukem, who's it? John St. John? Should be John St. John, flowing through you. And then say things like, I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of gum. Which sounds terrible if you, first of all, are sick, and B, German. So, let's get started. In fact, since this game is so simple, I would say let's try and just play a round or 2, and you should immediately know how everything is working out. Just as a quick heads up, here is our game board. We have rooms here in which, through which we can run. You can see that they're kind of sectioned off into different spaces. There's kind of special spaces. These are spawn points where our well, gladiators or fighters will enter. All the other spaces are just regular spaces, for lack of better words. At the edge of the board, you see different weapons. Yes, this is pretty much like something, as I said, like Doom. You run over a weapon, or maybe Unreal Tournament would be close to that as well. You run over a weapon and then you pick it up, and these little cubes here are your ammunition. So, let's say I'm starting, I would draw 2 cards from this little deck. I already drew 2 cards, and that doesn't give me really a lot of selection, but ignoring what these cards do at the moment, I get to keep one and discard one, and the one I discard will determine what my spawn point is. I'm discarding the blue one and not the blue one, so discarding the blue one will now have my little mini spawn here. And now my turn starts. On my turn, our player boards come with a little guide. It tells you can do 2 things out of 3. It can be the same thing twice. You can either move 3 spaces, you can move 1 space or not move at all and pick up something, or you can shoot at someone. Since there's nobody here to shoot, and I actually don't have a weapon yet, let's see what is there in terms of weapon selection. I can grab rocket launcher, something that pretty much looks like a sniper rifle, or at least a lock-on rifle, or the plain old good machine gun that is able to hit multiple targets. Since we're at it, it's just us 2 today, but this is a game starting 3 and more players.
So we have a bot.
Let's see, it's 3 to 5 players. I'm not telling you anything wrong. I'd highly recommend playing this with 4 or 5 players. That's why maybe right now the machine gun isn't as great as I'd think. Whatever. I'm picking up the ZX2. Now the ZX2. If you buy a weapon, you ignore the first cube here, but you have to pay the second cube if you want to pick it up. Every player starts with 1 cube of each color, so that's our ammunition. So with this, I ignore the yellow one, but I have to pay a red cube, which I'll remove from my player board, which you cannot see, but trust me, I removed it from my player board.
They can see it on the other camera, maybe, if we're lucky.
Maybe. Now I'm not done. I could either pick up another weapon, although these both I cannot pay for because I'm now lacking a red cube. So let's move and pick up. I'm moving over here and I'm picking up. For this I get a blue and 2 red cubes back into my ammunition pouch, satchel, whatever we want to call it, and that ends my turn. Now at the end of your turn you refill everything that's on the board. So now we have a flamethrower coming in and this tile here gets replaced by that thing. Now our autonomous bot, which I will just...
Should I get Psyduck to play?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Just to have an additional target here, I won't play this very efficiently, so he goes there, he picks up a melee weapon called the Electroscythe, which is which costs nothing, because again you ignore the first thing. And as the second action, let's say moves 3 spaces, and that's that, with a new weapon coming out. Now it's Sarah's turn.
I'm gonna spawn at the blue point.
So spawning right next to me.
Yes.
Which weapon? Or
the middle.
Well, she doesn't have to pick up a weapon, but it makes sense, obviously, to pick up a weapon.
The tagline of this game is, when in doubt, shoot.
Also,
so how am I supposed to do that without a weapon?
Also, the other one is lock and load.
Yes. So I have the furnace. I think I'm gonna shoot you.
You cannot shoot me.
Why?
Because you're in the same room. Oh, you're next to... Oh, yeah. Okay.
So there's 2 options on my weapon.
So let's talk quickly about weapons. There's a whole bunch of weapons in this game and all work a little bit differently. There's in fact a whole book explaining, or booklet explaining to you what each weapon does and how it works. If you use a weapon, the manual says you have to keep them on hand. What we like to do is just keep them in front of us and then
scare our enemies.
Either tap them or do some other way to indicate that the weapon has been used. If you pick up a weapon like Sarah just did, it always goes into your inventory loaded. Yeah. So she doesn't have to worry about ammunition at the first thing. So in this case, this weapon has 2 firing modes, the top one or the bottom one. The top one means if you're standing next to a room, you can shoot at everybody in the room and deal 1 point of damage. So with Sarah standing here, she could hit everybody in this room if she wanted to. So if there's more players in there, certainly a good option. Otherwise, she can shoot someone who's next to her, and unfortunately that's me, and she would also hit everybody on this space. However, not only does she deal 1 point of damage, but she also marks her target. What that means, I'll get to in a second. So,
to all the Outlander fans out there, it is very valid to play this game, tag somebody with a mark and say, "Mark me!" And the folks will know, all the others don't need to know.
I have no clue.
You don't have to.
Probably one kind of slippery reference.
No, it's not. It's not. It's humanity's dumbness.
Then please.
So let's get the points.
Yeah.
1.
Each player has these little damage tokens. And unlike other games where you damage someone or inflict something upon them, here you just give them something. Well, it's still not good, but how?
It's a wound.
Whatever you do. So these wound marks go onto our player boards. And let me quickly bring this into the camera so you can hopefully see this for a second. So I'll just have this quickly here so that you can see what we're doing. So she deals 1 point of damage. Wounds go onto this board, and as you can see, multiple players can accumulate a lot of wounds here before I'm actually killed. The other one was a mark. A mark means that there's a wound going up here, which doesn't do anything yet. However, if Sarah shoots me again, that mark will move down and go into a free space on my player board. While we're at it, let's talk a little bit about scoring. So since Sarah shot me and drew first blood, she will get 1 victory point for that after I have been killed.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, she's certainly working on it. I will be killed if I gather wounds up to this skull icon, which indicates that I've been, well, killed. Surprise. You can even be overkilled if someone manages to fill up your bar up to here. They don't really want that because that has a kind of side effect. So while I am gathering wounds, you see that some new actions open up here that will replace my standard actions. So if I have been hit for 3 times, I can now move twice and pick something up. If I have been going up to here, I can actually move and shoot and not just shoot on my action. At the end, if I have been killed, we will count up how many wounds each other player inflicted. The one who did the most will gather 8 victory points for that. The second place 6, then 4, and so on. However, that one first blood victory point always goes to the player who actually did the first blood thing. Another thing of note is if you are the player who actually killed the guy, whoever you've been shooting at, you get to move one of these skulls here onto the highest point value available. And in this case, if Sarah would be the one, move her indicator up to that skull. That track, the skull track, is our timer. Our game will end after 8 kills, although there's a shortened variant where you can play for 5 kills only. Effect of that is that now I am worth less points, which should draw attention more to the other players in the arena because they're still worth 8 points. And so you can see that the game tries to balance it out a little bit and you're not ganging up upon a single player. In other good news, even if you are killed, you're not losing anything. So this is one of the games where it actually doesn't feel too bad being killed, which is weird, but well, you gotta run with it. I mean, it's like those fast-paced shooters. You're back in the game quicker than you can say anything.
Indiana Jones.
For example, Indiana Jones. And just keep rolling. That's pretty much it regarding the track here.
I have to finish my move.
I'll just move this back here. Oh, in fact, if you kill 2 people at the same time, you get a bonus victory point for a double kill. And I will now move my tableau back here so Sarah can enter move.
I used my weapon, so I indicated usage by
doing the registered trademark of a famous trading card game.
So I have to pay a red and a blue cube to reload, which I'm gonna do for the end of my turn.
I haven't said that yet. As I indicated, you have 2 actions, so move, grab, or shoot. And after doing this, you get a free reload action where you can reload 1 or as many weapons as you like. I think I haven't said it yet. Your limit is 3 weapons maximum that you can carry around. And to reload a weapon, you just pay the cubes indicated on top of here from your reserve, and then you kind of untap the
unindicate the usage.
Yes, unindicate the unexhaust or something. And that's
my turn.
Your turn. So it's my turn now.
Oh God!
Oh, let me fill up our weapon selection. Oh, there's a flamethrower here that
you don't want
also
this.
Allows me to do a lot of stuff.
You don't want this.
I should talk a little bit about visibility in this game. Since I'm standing here, I can clearly see Sarah because she's next to me. I cannot see our friendly blue bot over here. I could see the bot if I would be standing, for example, here, because then I can watch or look through the door. It's like almost standing here looking around the corner and being able to see everybody that's in that room. Same goes here. Here's the door, and in this case I could see both of them at the same time. Same as here. So that has some weird stuff. So for example, Sarah can see Blue Guy, but Blue Guy can actually not see Sarah because
I'm tiny.
Blue Guy is not standing right next to a door. Now, looking at my weapon, I can either shoot in mode 1 person for 1 damage and 2 marks, or I can mark 3 targets at the same time. I think in this case I'm better off doing the first option. So I'll start my turn by shooting my wife. That's how we did it back then, and that's how we do it now. I shoot you for 1 damage and 2 marks.
But it should be I choose you, not I shoot you. 1 mark or 2 marks?
1 damage and 2 marks. Now for my second action, I'm using one of these cards. So some of these resources you can pick up here provide you with these small cards. One of them is the teleporter. You can either use the card that's up here. So in this case, I can move to any space on the board for free. This doesn't even cost an action. Or you can use it as the ammo box indicated down here if you're reloading something. Some weapons also allow you to spend additional ammo boxes to use additional effects, as you can see here. Or let me bring me a little bit closer to that, because now I'm here and I can use my second action to pick something up. So, I have a ranged weapon. Why not pick up something that is more personal, like a sledgehammer or a chainsaw? The chainsaw is tempting because it doesn't require ammunition to be reloaded. It's I think that's the promo they brought out at Essen. It is the ultimate kind of homage to Doom. However, I think I like the sledgehammer a little bit better. So this is still free because the top thing is just one yellow. But just to explain to you the other modes, so this also has 2 modes. One being ideal 2 damage to a single target on the same space that I'm standing on, and that doesn't require anything additional. I just need to pay the yellow cube to reload the weapon. However, if I pay a red one during my attack, in addition to exhausting the card, I can deal 3 damage and move my target 2 spaces into a single direction.
Sorry.
So that concludes my turn. I now still have my reload action. I have the yellow and the red cube, which I'm going to pay to reload my Mark rifle. And then it would be Blue Guy and so on. Although I think you have already seen everything now that is there to the game, with one small exception. As I said, as you start killing players and fill this up with your marks up here...
Why is it only you?
No,
I want to shoot somebody.
You also get someone to shoot. So, give me another green one.
Sure. Hold it. There you go. Sorry.
And another one. So, let's assume that...
I'm the super shooter.
Let's assume Sarah did the last kill shot. That initiates our final round. In our final round, you, if you haven't taken any damage, you will flip over the board, which gives reduced points and no first blood hit. I'm sorry.
A bit more. You were on the end of the frame.
Yeah, and
bottom part.
I assume this is really, really nice to read on a multicolored background, but bear with us. So this is worth less points for killing someone, and you actually don't have to kill someone in the last turn. You just need to resolve afterwards how many wounds everybody has. You don't get a specific bonus there. But also what you do, you flip over your little tile here, and now it depends on if you are, or if it's your turn before the starting player, you get 2 of these incredibly powerful actions like move, reload, and shoot. As I said, incredibly powerful. Or move 4 spaces or move 2 spaces and pick something up. If you are the starting player or moving after the starting player, you only get 1 of these actions like move twice, reload, and shoot. Which is kind of like the last thing, the last adrenaline push that will allow you to do a little bit of extra points and damage.
Yeah. Actually, it's called the last frenzy or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I now realized that I forgot to say something. I hinted at that there's this overkill thing here. If you overkill a player, you not only get the skull, but you also get a mark back, because as the game says, that is adding insult to injury, and you have to be punished for picking on someone and overkilling them, which I think is fair.
Yeah, but what if you just wanted to make sure that you kill them?
See,
and you stab once too often.
That's why you're getting marked so often, honey.
I'm not marked.
Because you wanna make sure.
Yeah.
That's not nice.
It is.
No.
It would be way less nice if I let them suffer. No?
No. So after the final kill, the final frenzy, everybody is tallying up their scores. So every time, as I said, as you killed a player, you will evaluate a player board. So players will end up with a bunch of these scoring marks, which are typically kept hidden. And on the final turn, you also get victory points for how many kills you have in total. So the player who has the most kills gets 8. In this case, it would be Sarah. The second place player gets 6. Since my score and Blue's scores is tied, I would get the 6 points because I am in the lead. So in this case, it goes from left to right, and whoever's leftmost gets the points. And then he who has the most points, or she, in this case, he or she who has the most points is a dick, because that means you killed a lot of people and they are probably unhappy about it.
Maybe they asked me for it.
Yeah.
No?
Maybe not. I
Maybe
don't think
not.
So. No.
Well, it's
9.
9. It's a first-person shooter on a board. Come on, I'm not supposed to play nice.
So if you're playing Adrenaline and are waiting for the German lesson of the day, I can give you the German lesson that you already know, because you have probably played games such as Wolfenstein, which would be calling out Mein Leben, or Achtung, or Stirb, or something like that. Well, Stirb is not part of Wolfenstein, but it's useful to know that word when playing Adrenaline.
Can you now give the translation?
No.
So I have to. So it's my life, attention, and die. In that order. My life, attention, die. Could be a Shakespeare drama on a theater stage or something.
Probably. Yeah, only...
Yeah.
I think that covers pretty much everything.
Can I shoot you once more?
No. The game has, as I said, a boatload of weapons, both ranged and close. Even stuff like this heat seeker, which is amazing. You can shoot someone, but only if you cannot see them. Although this costs a hefty amount of ammunition, but deals 3 points of damage.
There's other very nice weapons.
This is more, although there's no die rolling involved, this is more a game about fun. Quick respawns and, well, entering guns blazing and pretty much dying that way quickly as well. I think we can go directly into what we like and dislike.
Yeah, could you please just say the age for the players and the supposed playtime? Because we said 3 to 5 players already.
Let's do this professionally by reading from the box. This game is for 3 to 5 players, ages 12 and up. It says it's taking for about 60 minutes, which I think we both agree is pretty fair, and it was designed by Philip Neduk of CGE, Czech Games Edition, who are, and I might say this, not spoiling the next section, are putting out pretty good games.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Most of the time it's been quite some time I have played something from them I didn't like.
Yeah, or was just meh. I don't even remember. Anyway, let's talk about the good stuff.
I'll let you talk about the good stuff while I'm drinking this cup of blood. Tea. Blood orange tea?
No, that's...
That's the other tea.
Did you kill the Earl?
Don't...
Did you kill him?
What is it with you having all the adversary for nobility? I mean, our last name is King for a reason, yes, but that doesn't mean that you can kill every Earl, Duke,
No,
Bishop,
I asked you, because it said blood tea and it's Earl Grey, so I thought, whom did you kill?
I was going with the theme. Now tell those people what you like or maybe even dislike. I will now drink my tea.
Yes, well, I do very much like this game. Drink silently, King. So I very much like this game. I'm, like he said, I'm so not a video gamer. You can persuade me to play puzzle games or match 3 games or hidden object games, but that's pretty much it. There's no shooters or other things in my range of digital gaming. But
match 3 on a single space with fire.
But
that's your kind of game.
This game does everything I assume a first-person shooter would do for a video gamer. Meaning, it's a stress reliever. Because this game is so simple.
Keep on talking. Ignore my professionalism.
It's so simple and so...
Fast-paced?
No, you don't need to think at all. It's just reload, shoot, reload, shoot. Yes, you can go with the strategy and the stealth mode and try to be a snake, but you don't have to. You just can stand there and be kind of like Arnie or Bruce in the movies. Not you, Bruce, the Willis Bruce, you know, just like stand there with your weapons, say, come on, come here. I'm gonna shoot you now. So this is yeah, there's nothing thoughtful about this game other than, no, I mean, like, your goal is to goddamn shoot somebody and kill him as fast as possible and as efficiently as possible and have fun and be stress relief.
I agree. I mean, the big difference, I guess, here to the video game is that there's, I don't want to say there's no skill, but there are no motor skills involved in doing this. There's also something I really like, there's no luck involved because...
No rolling dice, because I wouldn't shoot anybody. I would be a stormtrooper.
Everything
if this was with rolling dice.
Deterministic. So this is not a game where a famous Frenchman once said, headshot me like one of your 12-year-olds. No? Because do I have to explain to you now?
No. This is just like... Ooh, bah. You with a French accent? That's nice.
No, this was a rant against 12-year-olds.
I'm not playing on the interwebs and listening to other people. I'm...
You're not even listening to me, and I'm not on the interweb.
You are on my channel.
Not right now.
Oh, babe. No, but in comparison to other games, this is... Well, you don't have to be a involved. And no, I mean, like,
you don't have to sit at the table at all.
You know, you can sit there and just goddamn shoot it, point and shoot. There's no agonizing over your turn. There's no yelling at the table because you didn't hit your target. Because if you got the cubes, you're gonna hit your target. So this is just. It's almost like a dinner game that is rather on the light side, but it has the humor and the very well-designed weapons to be a complete game and have enough there while you set up or get into character and do maybe a bit of role-playing of very famous video game characters or movie characters. There's enough there, but you don't have to. You can come home from work, be totally pissed off because your boss is picking at you or whatever. You can sit down with your significant other and say, honey, I'm gonna shoot you now. And afterwards, you're so relieved, you're so relaxed. You don't need drugs, you just need adrenaline to calm down. That's what I like about it.
I wouldn't go so far to say it's entirely mindless, because there are some interesting decisions and choices to be made, but it's more of an in-the-moment kind of thing. Whereas where you would look, where's my next target? Whom can I shoot? Which weapon is ready? Do I want to grab a new weapon? You can even do the kind of shooter thing of picking up a new weapon, dropping out a weapon that has or is not loaded anymore, and just tossing it off, shooting the next, doing stuff like that. And if you are making decisions, it's mostly like, okay, how can I maximize the amount of damage I inflict on other people in regards to the score that they are worth. But that is certainly nothing that is beyond a single turn. There's no grand planning here, which is perfectly fine, because that means you can just have fun and spend most of your brain cycles coming up with the next cool or statement or joke to say when killing someone. Maybe something that is actually not from Evil Dead. And yeah, it's just fast and quick, and as I said, I wouldn't call it mindless per se, but it's. I
don't want to pick on the game. It's not. You don't have to be as involved as with other strategy games. It's still there. You could be, but you don't have to enjoy this game and to have a fighting chance of having a great score, maybe even winning. So
and in comparison to the more complex skirmish arena games, this is so streamlined. There's the most complicated thing about this game is the line of sight rules, and that's not complicated at all. It's if you can see it, then you can shoot it, and it says straight away how much damage you're doing, and
there's no a long process of thought. Oh, how much damage do I make now? This is 2 spaces away. It says on the card how much damage it does, and so it plays super quick. There's hardly any downtime, which I find very nice. And if you have a good group with you that is pretty much on the same page with you when it comes to maybe the not so politically correct humor, well, you could have a lot of fun.
I don't know what you mean.
We're going to talk about it in the funny stories and experiences, but yeah, it's just enjoyable. I like the colors that they chose for this game, the minis. I like the artwork. It very much reminds me, different. I'll say it differently. If I would see the board and not know who the publisher is, I would guess CGE, because the style here reminds me of Space Alert. And I like that you can recognize a publisher in a board game just by looking at it without it being plastered onto the game. It really fits as rooms here.
I think CGE and ELO are probably the companies that have a very distinct art style to most of their games.
Yeah.
Galaxy Truckers has a different layout. I mean, here it fits because the color scheme, those neon futuristic stuff, is also reminiscent of Unreal Tournament, and
it's the same colors they used in Alchemists.
Yeah.
But they used others there too. So
and
I just like it.
As I said, opening up. If you have ever played a game like those first-generation first-person shooters, like Doom, like Duke Nukem, which is kind of more second-generation by now, maybe even something up to Half-Life, and you enjoyed those with friends playing at a LAN party. If you never heard about this, this is what we used to do back in the day, where we carried our computers to a single place and then cursed at routers and switches for about 8 hours until we could play for 1 hour. And then everybody was asleep or drunk or both. So this is a very time-effective way to replicate that feeling with friends in probably under an hour.
Yeah, because you don't have any digital trouble. You're definitely connected on the board, and you can have people there that don't play video games. Like me,
and
for example.
This game not only comes with the free-for-all, everybody shoots everybody else mode, you also have 2 other modes, which are pretty much zone control, and the other one involves hacking turrets and using them to inflict damage. So there is some additional variety there. But despite that, even for the free-for-all core gameplay, I think this game is pretty dope.
Yeah. So let's hop into funny stories and experiences. I so badly want to share.
Please tell while I suppress my cough with this tea.
We played it twice. Once at home and once at BGG-Con, correct? Did you play it more?
I think we played it 3 or 4 times. I might be wrong. I think we played it more than that.
I don't remember. It's all a blur. But we played it with different groups. So we played it with 5, we played it with 4, the 2 of us. It could be that you played more often than I did.
I think we had more plays than it, yeah.
So, sorry. First game with 5 people trying to learn the game. We actually went into the game way more strategic, like the board gamer, right? Like, so how can I? So we had a bit more downtime there, which was not to the advantage of the game. This is best played, at least in the free-for-all mode, it's best played fast. So we didn't have the humor and the hilarious parts and the fast pace of the game. We hadn't figured that out yet, but second game for me at BGG-Con, played with 4 people, Daniel, Andrew, and Emmy. And it was Emmy's first game, and all of us, so Andrew, you and I, we had played it, which is nice because it's very quick then, or even quicker than to have a new player be introduced to the game and help him out shoot things. So Emmy, of course, being a lady, had the purple figurine, and she was very cute and sweet, and so what am I thinking aloud? What could I do? I could pick up that. And the guys both, when in doubt, shoot. It's nice to shoot, just shoot, this is your goal. And once she got over that tiny little hump of, shooting people, I had quite a lot of her purple blood droplet thingamajigs here on my personal board. And, well, she did quite some damage, which was nice. And Andrew and I, so he played green, I played blue. We were pretty much at each other's collars all the time, grabbing the other and just shooting. So we kind of made it like a game in a game. How much or how fast we could kill each other while also inflicting damage to the others, and having, well, lots of politically incorrect tag phrases when taking the other person out. So that was a lot of fun. I definitely enjoyed myself and had so many pictures in my mind that I could paint for Draw for Initiative for an upcoming episode. So wait for next year. I have a board across my... Thank you.
Please continue.
So... Hold on. No!
Tell him how you feel about this game.
I love it, but I don't have the board in front of my face. No, I really loved it, and I enjoyed myself, and I'm not a violent person in real life. I despise violence. I really, really despise it. I'm not violent. I'm angry at people, but I'm not violent. I don't hit anybody. Or inflict any damage on them on purpose. If I bump into you because I don't see you, that's an accident. That's not
accident. Sure.
No, don't make me seem bad. I despise violence in real life, but yeah, I really like to inflict damage to people or plastic figurines on the
I really
board.
like to inflict damage to people and cut.
No, stop it. So I just enjoyed myself all the time while playing, and we were laughing hard. We by then had a feel for the game, so we could go for the humor and the nasty taglines for when shooting or whatever, and didn't really have to think about the game so much, and that was adrenaline at its finest for me. So
okay,
yeah,
I think we're good.
Yes,
we might have actually been quite quick this time. I don't think so, but
because it's the first Advent.
No, I don't get to tease guess a new edition of Draw for Initiative.
No, that's for next year. We're on vacation, workation for next year. So there's box number 1.
It's a box.
3 more to go. You can unpack.
This is my Advent calendar present.
The first one, yeah.
The first one.
Because we have 4 Advents, we will have some more.
With our tradition being that I get, for some reason, board games as Advent calendar gifts. Which is, I can tell you firsthand...
Are you complaining?
Which is a pretty nice tradition to have. So if you're looking to... If you need a new tradition in your life, maybe...
Yeah.
Grab this one.
So I didn't buy a frame for this one because I thought, well, you being into woodworking, maybe you wanted to make your own frame. If not, we can buy a frame.
It's a white piece of paper with some marks on here. That's so... Thank you, honey.
I love him dearly, but sometimes I want to shoot him in the blunderfuts, as they say.
It's a little Psyduck in...
He's going
costume.
for trick-or-treat.
Yes, with a little boo.
We have a gallery of Psyduck paintings because, well, he's having adventures, and, well, we add to them.
Thank you very much. I like this Psyduck a lot. He's very cute. Now,
nice.
My impeccable unpacking skills.
Yeah, do it in a timely fashion. That's all I ask.
It's another royalty. So...
And you have to open it. There's something special about this game.
I am now a proud owner of this clearly pre-owned version of The Duke.
No, it's not pre-owned, but like I said, you have to open it. There's something special about this particular
I see
issue.
There's also a name printed on this that I am familiar with. Huh. To my dear Duke from a favored footman, best of luck in all of your live drawings.
Tile drawings.
Damn. Live drawings would also be fine.
I'm so sorry, Steve.
Then,
I'm so sorry.
Then this is probably a good... This might be a kind of incantation symbol for Hilaire if you want to talk to Cthulhu. Or it could be I think that's his sign, right?
Yes, it's signature.
His sign. So this has been signed graciously by one Steve McLaughlin.
Yeah.
Who is a friend of ours and happens to be, well, he is famous enough to have his name on the inside of this box as on the outside, because he's one of the designers for this game. And for some reason, we never picked this up, so...
Yeah, it's the reason being that it's in the Advent calendar this year.
I'm looking forward very much to complain about this game a lot, and not only trample your feelings for gifting it to me, but also to annoy Steve about it.
You won't. You're gonna take your kindness pills every morning. I'm gonna crush them in your coffee every morning, and then you're the kindest, sweetest person on the planet. And, of course, you're gonna lose. It's a 2-player game. This is for us. We're gonna fight about it, at it, on the table, all the time.
Thank you very much for this game. It's a very lovely Advent present. Thank you, Steve, for...
being the sneaky dude.
For writing your name, which is more than most people can claim for themselves as an achievement. And
we were so sneaky. You were standing next to him when he signed it and you didn't realize. It was our warm-up day before Essen at our house.
And thank you, whoever you are that are still watching this escalation of emotions on camera. But we have to go now.
Yeah,
because
food shopping.
We need things to eat.
Yes. And it's first Advent, so the two of us have a tradition. We're gonna watch The Muppets, The Christmas Carol tonight with... maybe a glass of wine or something. Who knows?
Yeah. We are doing Christmas the British way. No?
Yeah. No, it was... I thought the German way, but...
Oh,
British. Yeah, got it.
And Christmas Carol and...
yeah.
Whatever. Thanks for checking in. Come back again, maybe next week, maybe... another time. You can like this, you can subscribe to the channel. There's us talking about board games every Sunday. There's Sarah doing the good artwork, painting stuff every other day during the week, which I may have forgotten the schedule, but that's not my job. And we are happy to see you back again next time when you're invited to the Gamer's Couch.
Oh gosh, you have to do that every week now. Bye, folks. Have a lovely Sunday. Oh shit, fuck.